in my circle? Who the one who be the snakes? Who gon' fold up under pressure? Who gon' understand the stakes? Who gon' wait to get their food to try to take from off my plate? Who the love? Who gon' understand I'm hurt? Who gon' love me unconditionally and try to make it work? Who gon' party once I'm gone and shed a tear once I'm in dirt? I ain't asking for too much, I'm trying to understand my worth.
Welcome to the next episode of Give Me My Crown Podcast.
Give Me My Crown Podcast.
We back at y'all with another episode of the Give Me My Crown Podcast. And once again, my name is Antonio.
My name is Keith.
And we got an interesting episode for y'all. Before we start off, many of you all know, I am in law enforcement, and we did have a huge incident down here about 2 weeks ago. So I just want to give a shout out to those families who are grieving. And I just want to say, definitely praying for them, praying for their recovery and during their time of grieving. So I do want to, like I said, just start this episode off by giving them a shout out, and those officers who have given the ultimate sacrifice.
Yes, I agree. And also want to say, man, glad you safe, and glad all my boys in law enforcement, y'all safe. You know, I was stressed out, man. So I'm glad y'all safe. You know, sorry for the people who lost their lives, but thank God y'all still here.
Definitely. We definitely appreciate it. So with this episode, we are going to talk about, as you all know, the NFL season is upon us, and draft just happened a couple weeks ago. So in this episode, we're just going to go into what the NFL is looking like going into this season. Obviously, as y'all know, I'm a Panthers fan, and Keith is a Cowboys fan.
No, we the boys. So, you know how it is.
So we're going to talk about kind of what we think our teams are going to do, and then kind of go into the NFL as a whole to see who won the draft, who lost the draft, what teams are looking like over the after the draft, and what they're looking like in the upcoming years with the draft picks that they got or the additions they made. We're going to go into to a little bit of everything with the NFL. So obviously, starting off, as we know, the draft just happened. Keith, who are your biggest winners and losers of the draft if you had to pick some? First of all, let's start with the top overall pick, Caleb Williams. Do you think he is do you think he's going to be as good as he thinks he's going to be?
I think so. I think with the cast the Bears put around him, you gave him a veteran receiver and Keenan Allen who can go out and catch every single pass, sure hands in free agency. Then you go out and you draft one of the top receivers in the draft. He has weapons. A solidified tight end that can catch all day. Go out and get DeAndre Swift in free agency. Like, all the weapons on offense are there.
And you still got DJ Moore.
You got DJ Moore, who we all know. I mean, talent-wise, to me, top 5 receiver in the league.
Yep. See, I think they definitely set him up for success. He's not like other rookie quarterbacks that have come out and come into an organization that's already as strong as they are going to be.
And they'll have money to spend. Like, they building their defense.
Yes.
Defense is going to be good.
Yes. And they already got a pretty decent defense as it is. So when you bring him into a situation like that, it's almost like he has to succeed. If he does not succeed in this offense, I think then I say, because I don't know if he's going to be as good. I think he's going to be a decent quarterback. I think he's going to be an average quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be great.
He doesn't have to do much, though. That's the deal.
I know.
Think about it. Like,
that's true.
You can't double any receiver he has.
Yeah. And they got They got Cole Kmet, tight end.
What I'm saying. You can't double anybody.
Yep.
Then you got a good running back, 1,000-yard running back on the backfield.
Yep.
Who can run or catch.
Yep. Yes,
so
I think
all he has to do, really, I mean, if he wants to, he can manage the whole year.
Yeah.
And get the NFL under his belt and still make the playoffs.
Yeah, because like I said, I think he's coming into a great situation. He's coming to a situation that's not common for rookie quarterbacks,
especially the first pick.
Yes,
Yes.
Other than that, who else? What about? Okay, now obviously everybody's talking about the Falcons. What do you think about them?
Loved it.
I think so. I do too, because I think you give Michael Penix a few years to sit. Giving him a few years to sit, maybe I don't even know if you sit him all 4 years, because the thing is, you have Kirk Cousins, who is who is a game manager and can definitely manage the game through the regular season. But over the past couple years, how many playoff wins has he had?
Not just playoffs though. How many full seasons has he played?
That's true. Because and he's also coming off of an injury from last year.
Exactly.
So I think them drafting Michael Penix gives Michael Penix time to develop, time to sit behind him, and then come in and essentially take the reins because they already have a squad.
If you give Michael Penix a year to sit, think about it, he got a lot of injuries on him too. So a year to fully recover from his injuries.
Yep.
And he's going to be set up for success. Like we talked about weapons again. Calvin Ridley, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. You got 2 good running backs back there. We both talk about this all the time. And with defense, it's lights out. So
because their defense over the years have not necessarily been great, but they've been good enough to where if they had a decent offense, they could have went somewhere.
They on the field the whole game, man.
I know. Because the offense, obviously, Riddler, he hadn't been able to do anything.
Yep.
So now they got a good veteran quarterback. They got a good rookie quarterback behind the veteran quarterback. I think they're trying to set their team up for future success.
Okay. What team do you feel like won an NFL draft?
What team do I feel like won the draft? If I'm gonna say overall, and if I would say I would say probably the Bears because they got the first overall pick, so they got the best quarterback in the draft, and then on top of that, they got one of the best receivers in the draft into a team that's already stacked on offense.
Okay.
What about you?
Man, I gotta agree with Michael Parsons. Somehow, in some way, the best players keep falling to the Eagles.
That's true.
Like, think about it, man. One of the top corners in the draft.
That's true.
Everybody's like, he the best corner. He's the best corner. And he falls to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does this happen? You know? So, like, we all talked about how suspect their secondary was last year, right?
Yes.
And nobody expected one of the best corners to fall to them in the draft.
But I think their secondary still has issues because you put a cornerback there, but I don't think one corner fixes their issues because do they still got James Bradbury?
I think he's still on the roster, but now he can be the third. You can put him in the slot.
Who do you put at second? Darius Slay, I guess? Or I guess you still got Darius Slay.
Slay will be the one, and then this rookie will be the 2.
Yeah, and you still need safeties.
They got what's his name? They brought the safety back. The one he left.
Gardner Johnson.
Yep.
They got him
when he was there. So yeah.
So I think that'll be decent. They do also got Saquon. If Saquon can stay healthy,
exactly.
I think they will have a good year.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be a Super Bowl one year, but I think it will be a good year.
You know what? I'll be sadly mistaken because we just talking draft, right? But I think the team that won the entire offseason was the Commanders.
Yes, hands down. They
sneaky big, man.
They
get their money wisely.
Because they picked up a quarterback from the draft.
Yep.
So they got Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
They have a decent receiving core.
Nope. Let me stop you there. It's not decent. Their receiving core is low key one of the best in the league. You got McLaren. He's a top 5 receiver in the league.
Yeah, the only reason I say decent is because you have to see how that quarterback is going to mesh with those receivers.
But that you can't put that on the receivers though, because Curtis Samuel is underutilized. Can we not?
Yeah,
they don't use him right.
I think because Curtis Samuel is more like because even when we had him down here in Carolina, we put him in the slot, we put him at the X, we put him in the backfield. He was more like a Deebo Samuel type receiver.
He was Deebo before Deebo. He was.
Yes. And then they got a good defensive core. They stole Jeremy Chin and Frankie Louvu from us. So that right there, Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin can literally play anywhere on the field.
I thought he was gonna be on suicide watch about that.
You could put him literally anywhere on the field. You got Frankie Louvu, who is sneakily quietly one of the top linebackers in the league, I think.
Yeah.
Especially when he's healthy. And so now, you take them from us, and now we're high and dry with we ain't got no safety. I guess we picked up some safeties. We lost a corner he's always getting beat anyway. It's like when he plays good, but when he's off, he's getting beat. I still don't understand how you're one of the fastest players in the league and you're constantly getting beat. I'm talking about Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Not Deshaun Jackson. Our corner Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't see how you are, or you claim to be one of the fastest in the league, but constantly getting burned.
You still got Horn though.
We still got Horn, but Horn is good when he's on the field, but he hasn't played the first season yet.
Stop doing that, man. Stop doing
I think if J.C. Horn if he can stay healthy, I think he could be a great corner.
Yeah.
But the problem with him is, all of these injuries are just like freak injuries.
That's
like
true.
first year he went out, first 5 games of the season. Second year he went out into the season. Last year he went out, came back at the end of the season. So it was like all these freak injuries are happening to him, and they're extended injuries where he's missing extended playing time, where he hasn't had time to. I don't even think he's reached his full potential because he hasn't had time to fully develop.
Yeah.
Now, I was saying we're still talking about, I guess, Stephon Gilmore is still on the table, but ain't no telling what's going on with that. We just re-signed Troy Hill, who had a decent year last year, but I don't know if he's a starting receiver. Or, I'm sorry, a starting corner. I think you have to, I think we have to give him a full year to see if he's capable of that starting role or if he's more of a slot corner / backup.
Do you like what you all did in the draft?
Yeah, I love the receiver we picked. He reminds me of DJ Moore. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he's very shifty and can make things happen. He's not the fastest, he's not the biggest, but also DJ Moore wasn't. But once the ball is in his hands, I think he's great with the ball in his hands.
Okay.
Other than that, we got a few players on defense. I like the players we picked up on defense. Off season, we had I think we picked up some great linemen, which is what we needed badly. I think we're still missing a few key pieces. We got Shaq Thompson coming back, which is the key to our defense at this point. I paired with Derek Brown, which I think we did really key. We didn't lose. We lost our best pass rusher. We lost our best one of our best linebackers, and we lost our best secondary person, which is Jeremy Chin, Frankie Louvu, and Brian Burns. How you replace them, I don't know. Brian Burns didn't really have an excellent year last year, but I still don't know. It's just you almost have to double him if the side you play on, which frees up. Well, I think freed up Derek Brown a lot last year and allowed because Derek Brown had a great season last year.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know what you do this year as far as replacing Brian Burns. I think Derek Brown's still going to have a great year. I think Shaq Thompson, he's coming back off that knee injury. I think he went out almost first quarter of the season last year.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he comes back because with Shaq Thompson is more of a hybrid player too because he's got the size, he's got the speed where you could put him at he could technically play nickel, he could play middle linebacker, he could play outside linebacker. So it kind of depends on where they're going to put him at. What about the Cowboys? Oh, also I lost the running back we picked up. My bad, I forgot about him. No. As soon as I asked you about the Cowboys, I know you saying you was hoping Laz was gonna get him.
Okay, all right, we're doing that. We're doing that today. All right,
but now we got 3. We got 3 running backs. I mean, who let go because we still got Miles Sanders is done. I think we're gonna ship him off somewhere. He had a horrible season last year. We overpaid him by way too much money. I just don't think he fits in with our scheme. We're a heavy running team, and I think he's more of a team that, like the Eagles, they're not a heavy running team, so he worked perfect in their system.
Yeah.
But we picked up, we still got Chuba Hubbard, who I think can still. I think Chuba Hubbard has the ability to be a great running back.
Underrated, man.
I've been getting a chance.
He's underrated.
Yes, we got the running back from Texas, which I think is gonna. I think he's gonna be good because he can catch out the backfield, and he's a true running back. And then we also just picked up Rashad Penny.
I saw that.
So I don't know.
Now, when he's healthy, Rashad Penny's the problem.
Exactly. So you got 3 good running backs. I don't know how you manage 3 good running backs because, like I said, obviously you're going to have to give up Miles Sanders because you don't go out and get Rashad Penny, draft a running back, still got Chuba Hubbard if you plan to keep Miles Sanders.
That's true. Yep.
So what do you think about what do you think about the Cowboys?
I'm one of the few people who gonna say this. I loved it. So if you look at the Cowboys O-line, we're getting old.
Yeah.
We went heavy O-line in this draft.
Yeah.
Like the guy Cooper Beebe, I don't know much about him, but when we picked him, people went crazy in like the third round. People went crazy. It was like it was a steal of the draft. That's all I heard. It's a steal of the draft. I'm like, how is this a steal of the draft? They're going to convert him to be a center. Okay. How physical and how nasty he is as a blocker. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. I think that it's going to work perfectly, but it's going to be a 2 or 3 year process, not just this year. The biggest thing for this year for the Cowboys, I think, is a proven year for Dak Prescott.
Yes.
If you want to be the highest paid quarterback in the league, go win the Super Bowl with less talent.
Yeah. I think for him, anything short of an NFC championship is going to be. And I don't even think he has to win the NFC championship. I think he has to get. I think if he gets to the NFC championship, I think he'll secure his job.
Yeah. My thing is, go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say another issue y'all have. I think y'all's biggest issue is running back. Y'all don't have a true running back.
I don't, man. Okay, you say it right. If you look at, like, I'm a Cowboys fan. I look at the games last year. Every time Rico got in the game, Rico would be running. And then we'll go Tony Pollard in there. I'm like, what are we doing? Let Rico cook. This going to be, now Rico does have a fumbling problem. Let's say, I'm going to call that what it is. Rico will put the ball on the ground. But I feel like given the opportunity, because we're going to do a running back by committee. We're going to do it this year. So Zeke get a little bit. I wasn't excited about bringing Zeke back. I feel like it's a waste of $3 million. Because put that towards Stephon Gilmore, bringing him back and playing a crazy good secondary. But we're getting Trayvon Diggs back from injury. Then we got Deron Williams. We had a great year last year. And I would prefer to get a $3 million, go toward getting Stephon Gilmore back, have 3 great corners back there, and call it. But we gave up a lot in the off season. But we had to. When you start rebuilding, you can't pay everybody. We still got to pay CeeDee Lamb. We still got to pay Michael Parsons. Yeah. And after the Nick Bosa, or Joey Bosa, but they both got paid. TJ Watt don't get paid. Got paid. Michael Parsons is going to be anywhere, but it's over $200 million. So
is Michael Parsons? He's still on his rookie deal, right?
Yes. This year's his 5th year option. So he's making, I think, $20 million this year. But he's gonna make quarterback money when his time is up. Yeah, because he's gonna want that Brian Burns Bosa money, which Bosa, or I know Brian Burns got $30 million a year. I think Bosa got close to 31 or 32. I think. I know his agent, when Bosa signed his deal, his agent was the first person to tweet about happiest. So he's gonna get paid.
So how far do you see y'all going this year?
So what?
How far do you see y'all going this year?
This year, I don't know if we make the playoffs, to be honest. Yeah. Washington got so much better. I don't know if we make the playoffs.
Yeah, and even the Giants' defense has gotten better, but the defense has gotten better. Their offense is what's the problem.
The problem with having a great defense, right, is if a defense can be great, but they're on the field all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes them not look good.
That's what I'm saying. The defense is going to be great, but the offense, they really don't have a quarterback.
They don't.
They don't have a I don't even know who their running back is. I don't know what receivers they got. I was surprised they didn't go after a actually I think they went after a receiver in the draft.
I think they did.
I don't think they I was surprised they didn't go after a quarterback in the draft. I guess they're still banking on I don't know if they're banking on the quarterback they have now, or if they're gonna if this is a tank season for them to try and get either back next year.
Let me say this. Hold up, stop when you go there. So I was going to hear you out there about the Cowboys now. Jerry loved money. He loved money. And I know a quarterback in the NCAA right now, the guy huge following named Shador.
Oh yeah. So but you got my early prediction is you got 3 great quarterbacks coming out next year. I don't even know back. I don't know because Georgia quarterbacks had to really they in college, but they're not transferred. That talent isn't transferred to the NFL.
Stafford go.
Where
did Matthew Stafford go?
I think is he not still with the Rams?
I'm talking about what college did he go to?
And who went to Georgia?
He fairly well.
Yeah. Him. Who else though?
I mean, that's one though. I'm reading. Go ahead.
Because like I said, Beck is great, but I don't know. I don't know if that transfers to the NFL. Shador Sanders, I think, is going to be great. You also got Cam Ward, who he had a great year, but he just played for a horrible team last year.
Yeah.
And now that now they just transferred to Miami, I think he's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because he has that. He plays like Cam Newton, and he has good size on him also. I think so. You can run the ball, you can throw the ball.
It's going to be a real interesting NCAA season. But I think leading up to this draft coming up is going to be because I think this draft is going to be. It's not going to be as many quarterbacks, but it's going to be more talented quarterbacks.
I think so too. Like all well talent, yes. I think so. You don't think y'all are going to make the playoffs this year, or you say you'll be surprised if y'all make the playoffs?
Surprised? I will be.
For us, I'm not even good. For us, it depends. For us, our win percentage depends on our defense because our offense, I don't think is going to be strong.
Well, I think playoffs though. But y'all division, y'all might make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Falcons, you got the Saints who surprisingly have a great defense every year. You got Tampa Bay who. Baker Mayfield balled out with them last year compared to the year he had with us before that. And Evans just re-signed with them. So it's like I said, I think our offense will be manageable. I think it will be a little bit better than last year. I don't think we can get any worse than we were last year. I'll put it that way. But being that we lost so much talent on defense, I don't know what our defense is going to do. Maybe we got some young players in that are ready and eager. Maybe they'll do good. But our defense was ranked one of the top defenses in the league last year. If you look at stats,
I'm gonna say that y'all were in every game that y'all lost.
We just didn't have an offense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, we could barely score a touchdown again. When we scored a touchdown, I was happy.
And I'll say, I understand what you're saying about banking on young talent because that's what the Cowboys are doing right now. We banking on players like they got hurt last year. Like I think his name is Marion Overshawn. Like,
yes.
For the Cowboys, like you remember last year when he dropped like, yo, we got to steal.
You call him out, and then he got injured.
He got injured. So coming back this year, they already saying like he's gonna have a great year, but we don't know can he be healthy. That's the question now. And he's a linebacker, and that's one of our biggest needs is linebacker. So
I think another team that's going to be really good this year is the Texans.
Man, listen, man.
Because I think with the team they had last year, and I don't think they lost anybody, but then you add Stephon Diggs to that.
Not just Diggs, man. They added
they added a running back too.
Yep.
So you got 3 great receivers. You got Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tate Dale.
Yep. And
then you got a good running back. So it's like
Dalton Schultz a tight end.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz a tight end. So you can't double any receiver.
Yep.
You got so much speed, it's ridiculous because you got Tank Dell, who is like ridiculously fast. You got Nico Collins, who's fast, a great route runner, and can catch.
Yeah,
and obviously, and then you got Stephon Diggs, who's just Stephon Diggs.
Right. Yeah.
And then also they already had a I wouldn't call it a great defense, but they had a good defense.
They went on and got defense in the draft too.
Yes. So I think they're going to be good this year.
Yeah.
And another team, Colts. I'm ready to see what Anthony Richardson, if he can last the whole season.
They help.
He has to and slide.
I'm excited to see him and Jonathan Taylor in a read option situation.
Yes.
I want to see it, man.
Because I don't think Jonathan Taylor played for him last year.
Not at all. Nope.
So that's going to be interesting. Like I said, if he can learn to stop taking hits, I think he will be. I think he has a potential to be great.
Yeah, he does.
So I think that's going to be very interesting. Another team. What's some other teams out there? The Chargers went out and they lost two receivers.
I mean, they lost all their best receivers.
They got a new coach, obviously. I don't know what the only receiver I see them pick up is they got DJ Chark, and you see how he played for us last year.
Well, they did draft a receiver last year from TCU.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Pass they threw to him just about. I know that because I hit him in fantasy football. He didn't do anything for me. What else? They hit. It's a Palmer. Palmer always does show up. Whenever somebody hurt, Palmer shows up. But can he produce as a main option? That's the big question.
That's true.
A team that's win it all or bust, the Jets.
Oh yeah, because this is their last year.
They got Mike Williams.
Yeah, they got Mike Williams. They already got a good receiving core. They got a good defense.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't know how many more years Aaron Rodgers lasts past this year if he lasts this whole season.
He maybe got this one and one more.
But I was surprised they didn't pick a quarterback in the draft.
Well, they going all in, Tony. It's all in.
I get that, but I still think because they lost Zach Wilson, so and Zach Wilson wasn't even a great backup. But if Aaron Rodgers come back off of a knee injury, so if he goes down, who's the backup this year?
They picked up somebody.
And given his age, honestly, he did recover very, very quickly last year. I don't know what's up with that.
He went to Europe, got that special surgery.
But he got that Kobe treatment.
Kobe treatment.
But he recovered very quickly. But given his age, I don't know what's the probability of re-injury with his age.
That's true. Yep.
So I think that'll be very interesting. Who I think the Browns, it'd be interesting to see if Chuba Hubbard or if not Chuba Hubbard, the running back. Yeah, Chubb. It'd be interesting to see if he comes back as good as he was because Nick Chubb was a great running back before that knee injury, but knee injuries can sometimes change, especially running backs. Especially with him, he's powerful and he's very elusive.
Not just him, but Deshaun Watson too.
Deshaun Watson, I think it's a make or break year for him.
It is, man. I mean, money wise, it ain't because he getting paid. But
yeah, he gonna get paid either way.
It is. Yeah.
He's gonna get paid either way. He has so many high hopes coming out of Houston. He has not lived up to that at all last year. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Yep.
What other teams are out there? I think the Dolphins. I think they're going to be the Dolphins. I don't think Tua can take them all the way. I think Tua reminds me of a Kirk Cousins. Tua is a great game, as Cam will say. He's a great game manager. I don't know if he has the talent to take them all the way. Don't get me wrong, he's a good quarterback and he can get the job done, but I don't know if he has the I don't know if he can take them all the way.
Did you feel like the injuries limited Tua though? Like,
yes,
he ain't the same player that he once was.
That's another reason I say I put him in a game manager status, because if you see that last injury he had, it's almost like he had a seizure on the field.
Yeah.
And I think that would halt anybody because now you're second guessing, or you don't want to do certain stuff because you don't want to take that hit to possibly put yourself back in that situation.
I look, man. We can't talk about all these teams and not talk about the Chiefs, man. Repeat,
It's gonna be the Chiefs.
repeat, no 3P. What we talking then?
I think they have the talent to do it. And when I say talent,
That's the cornerstone, man.
when I say talent, I mean Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, because last year, if you look at the team they had last year, they did not have a top receiver in the league. And somehow, I mean, obviously besides Travis Kelce, somehow he won with that team. I don't think you put any other quarterback in that position that could win with that offense.
You said a top receiver. You mean a top 50 receiver? They ain't have a top 50 receiver. Like it was ridiculous.
When Rice, obviously, he played towards the end of the season, he played pretty decent, but he trying to stay out of trouble, it seemed like.
Bruh. Come on, bruh. He about to get locked up, probably.
Yeah, we were in where was Dallas, Texas, wherever it was at, and then he just recently got in trouble again.
I know.
For assault or something.
The car wreck where he fled the scene, right?
He got that, but he just recently got in trouble again.
All right, man. I didn't even know he got in trouble again. Here we go.
They go some kind of assault or something.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he done.
But that, and then it's like you can't be making all this money, and you're as talented as you are, because you don't get because he's lucky you didn't get yourself in a situation like Henry Ruggs.
That's true. Yeah,
Henry Ruggs was a great receiver coming out of Alabama.
Yep.
Made one mistake and now he's done forever. He'll never play football again.
Locked up.
So I think these young guys gotta know, like, hey, when they come out, they got all the money, they got the resources around them to support them. They gotta stop making these dumb decisions.
Yep, I agree, man. I really do think though with Kansas City.
Yes,
I'm gonna say this, man, about Patrick Mahomes. Like, I think at this stage of his career, he the GOAT.
Yes,
Like the greatest of all time.
yes.
Nobody has done what this man has done.
Yes,
The span of their career, and he still ain't 30 yet.
yes. And like I said, he's winning games like that. He has a good runner. He has a good running back in Pacheco, but he's winning with, like you said, no top receivers at all. You give him one top receiver, it's a wrap.
I want them to go out and get Mike Evans for him. If they went out and got Mike Evans, I'd just say just hand him some book.
I thought they were going to get him. I thought they were going to try to get a top receiver, and they didn't.
The guy that's the fastest guy in the draft, though.
Yeah, from Texas, they got him. I remember they got him.
Yep.
But as far as like they don't have any better receiver besides, I mean, like I said, obviously Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And he's a tight end, but he plays like a receiver.
He's getting older.
Exactly. So I was surprised they didn't get him a top receiver in the draft. Who else? You got the Ravens. They just picked up Derrick Henry. Now, obviously, Derrick Henry is not in his he's outside of the elite stage of his career. But I think when you pair him with Deshaun Jackson, I think you have to Lamar Jackson. My bad. Yeah, defenses have to respect that.
But you know what though? He ain't got to be in the prime, right? Because you got Zay Flowers on one side, you got Lamar Jackson and him, and you got Mark Andrews.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're down by the goal line, you don't know if they're going to give it to Derrick Henry or if Lamar Jackson's going to keep it.
I still think you go out and get a big receiver though.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they can do. Because I think they got exposed a little last year by the Texans.
Yep.
I don't think Lamar Jackson can do it because obviously Lamar Jackson can't do it all by himself. But like I said, I think Derrick Henry. I think he will help them out in the sense, like I said, because in the sense that you have to respect him. You can't just say, oh, we're gonna pile the box when they're within the 5 yard, when they're on the 5 yard line or in the red zone, because like I said, you got Lamar Jackson who can easily read option, head to the outside.
You got to respect the read option again before you didn't have to, because you know they had when J.K. Dobbins was healthy, respected, but he ain't been healthy in years. So
exactly.
Yep.
Drake, where did Drake came down was good. Didn't he go to the Chargers?
I don't know where he went, man. His career over.
I think he went to the Chargers.
He ain't been healthy in 3 years, man. It's done.
Yep. I'm trying to think of whatever teams are out there. I don't think what other quarterbacks got there? J.J. McCarthy. I don't know how he's going to do with the Vikings. I didn't think he was great in college. I think their defense was. I think they had an elite defense, and he had Blake Corum, who was a great running back in college. So I don't know if J.J. McCarthy's game transfers to the NFL.
But all you got to do is throw it up, man. You got Justin Jefferson, man.
But who else do you have? Justin Jefferson was injured last season.
You got what's the guy? Addison. You got Addison.
Yeah, you got Addison.
You got Osborne. Osborne always a good third option. So I mean, they got receivers. Then they got T.J. Hawkinson at tight end. So he got weapons to throw it to. He just got to throw the ball.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if his game transfers to the NFL.
I forgot the team we ain't talked about, the Bengals. You got T. Higgins wanting to be traded.
Yes.
Got what's the quarterback? He coming back off an injury.
Joe Burrow
coming back off an injury.
Yep.
You can't pay everybody. I think that's the reason why they traded Joe Mixon, because you can't pay everybody.
Yes. Yeah, because you can't. Because Jamar Chase, if I'm not mistaken, did he either recently got paid or he's about to get paid?
About to get paid, yeah.
I think he might still be in a rookie deal. Yeah. So if he gets paid, he's gonna want money.
The Cowboys to lock CD Lamb up before he get his contract.
Yes, because if not, they're gonna pay him a hefty amount of money.
So, question. This is my question to you. We talked about this, the trade that didn't happen, that I couldn't figure out how it was supposed to go. You remember with the Vikings and the Bengals?
Yeah. So
explain it to the people, man.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think the Vikings offered Justin Jefferson for 2 first-round picks. Or the Bengals offered the Vikings 2 first-round picks for Justin Jefferson. The Vikings then came back and they essentially declined it. They wanted a straight trade, Justin Jefferson for Joe Burrow. I mean, neither one of them works, because if you get Joe Burrow, you don't got a top receiver.
Right.
But I mean, he was Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a good quarterback. So
we don't know that though. We've never seen Burrow have to play with less talent.
That's true. But then if you send Justin Jefferson to the Bengals, who's going to throw him the ball?
We've seen him play. Look at last year. Kirk Cousins was down. He still was out there catching.
That's true.
So all you got to do is throw it around Justin Jefferson. He'll catch the ball.
That's true. But yeah, it was another top quarterback, Drake May, to the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots has the talent for him to be successful.
I told you I thought Drake May was overrated.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if he's necessarily I don't know if I would call him overrated. I think he's the one pure quarterback coming out of the draft. And when I say pure, I mean a pure pocket passer. Because every other quarterback you look at coming out of the draft, they could do everything. They could do whatever they want. They can make something out of nothing. They can do whatever. Drake May is a pure pocket passer, but he does not have the talent to make it happen.
Listen, he said he's Josh Allen 2.0.
Okay.
That's what he said. So once he made that comment, I said, bro, you think too highly of yourself. He ain't seen it. Now, if it is there, keep out and show it.
Josh Allen has always had a good receiving core.
And he's the most reckless quarterback out there.
Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised, not going to win it, because I don't want to see him get injured, because I actually like Josh Allen. I'm surprised he has not gotten injured yet.
I know, man. Like, everybody talk about Lamar Jackson being reckless and all the other quarterbacks being reckless. Not watching Bills play, I'm like, this dude is reckless.
He would dive head first for a first down on 1st and 5. I'm like, y'all just got an offsides penalty. Y'all, it's 1st and 5. Why are you going head first with a linebacker for a first down?
Right. He'll see a linebacker coming full speed and lower his shoulder up. Like, yeah, he's a quarterback. Like, no.
I learned to slide. I think Anthony Richardson been watching him too much, and instead of learning to slide, because Anthony Richardson, that fool will not slide.
And Lamar Jackson don't know how to slide. He'll dive, whatever. He'll roll up the ground. But Josh Allen said, "Nah, I got a shoulder. Let me put that into your
yes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a proven year for a lot of. I think Bryce Young is going to have to prove himself this year. He does. I don't know if I would say he had more talent, but we got Adam Thielen again, who I think was ragged. Hopefully coming out, I think it allows Adam Thielen to not have to be the number one receiver, and we also got Deontay Johnson, because Adam Thielen is not a number one receiver. He's a great possession receiver, but he is hands down not a number one receiver.
How much you know about Deontay Johnson? How much you know?
How much do I know about him?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because I'm about to give you some game, man. I pick this man every year in fantasy football, betting he about to take off. So I actually watch Steelers games. The issue with him is,
I think he gives up a lot.
No, he can get free.
I know.
Boy,
A lot of passes.
Them hands.
He dropped a lot of passes.
Yes, he do.
That and like I said, he dropped a lot of passes. I'm very interested to see what he's going to be, because I think he's young and still hungry. DJ Chark is acting like he didn't want it last year. I don't know what it was. DJ Chark, he had a horn, because DJ Chark when he played with the Jaguars, he was excellent. Him and Gardner Minshew, because he made the Pro Bowl the one year he played with them, because he had an excellent season. And then the injuries happened, and then he just ain't been the same.
They threw him the ball though.
I know. Well, Bryce Young couldn't run the ball. He couldn't get open.
Bryce Young can't throw nobody the ball. He was always getting hit.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, because at first I was mad at Bryce Young not throwing the ball.
Yeah. And
then it naturally go back, because I'm like, why is he taking – why is he holding the ball so long taking a sack? But then if you go back and actually look at the film, the receivers weren't getting open. So I'm like, all right, I can't keep holding on to the ball. He thought it was going to be an interception. Like, I watched a lot of that film last year. I'm like, these receivers are not getting open at all. So I'm hoping Leggett has that hunger in him, like that Ricky Hubbard wanting to prove himself, where he can come out and say, all right, cool, and wear it out. Like, I'm gonna do what I got to do to help a young quarterback.
All right. So, tell you, we gave people a whole lot. We give you a hard time about this. Anybody who know us, we always give them a hard time. Who is a small college player that carried him out of the draft that we should know about? Like somebody from Avery University in Danville that was in the draft that we don't know about, or somebody that went to Tuscaloosa Academy. What's somebody in college?
I think somebody who's going to be great. That obviously, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was picked first well, but he wasn't talked about a lot. The corner from Temple.
From Temple?
From Temple. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be great.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm trying to think of somebody else. The linebacker from Peyton Wilson.
Man, you've been saying Peyton Wilson for I don't know how long, man.
I don't really pick him up, but we didn't, because he plays a lot like Luke Kuechly, but he does have he did have injury problems in college. So I don't know what that's going to look like in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I think those two, if they're still healthy, are going to be good.
You know what feels odd in the draft? Not to be talking about a lot of Alabama players.
Yes, it was not a lot of Alabama players that went like top.
I remember years we'd be like Alabama.
Yep.
It was just different,
Alabama just produces. Alabama obviously does not produce great quarterbacks.
No. Well,
Who
got Hurts?
Where did he graduate from? Where did he get drafted from?
Oh, look, man.
Where did he get drafted from?
That's disrespectful, man. Relationship that's disrespectful.
Where did he get drafted from?
And he said Oklahoma.
I did. Where did he get benched at?
Alabama.
He got benched at Alabama, then Oklahoma, then we win the Heisman, and then get drafted out of Oklahoma. So here's an Oklahoma quarterback.
Okay, all right, I got you.
And Bryce Young, we ain't seen what he can do yet.
Sure.
Because we didn't see it last year. So this, for me, for Bryce Young, this is a make or break season for him. Even if he don't have a great season, he at least needs to have at least a decent season this year. Because last year was horrible.
It was horrible.
So I think he at least needs to have a decent season this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think there were not a lot of Alabama players that were highly talked about this year.
Okay.
Well, it'll be interesting. We're definitely have to come back probably after the first 3 or 4 weeks to talk about or revisit the NFL talk about 3 or 4 weeks into the season just to see how it's going early on in the season.
Okay, man. So we got to bring on some special guests when we come back to it. Though.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Bring on some people. Yeah.
Definitely. But like you said, I think we enjoy the people a lot. I think a lot of players going to be interesting to see what these teams do this year.
Yeah.
All right. And as we always say before we get off of every podcast, this is more than a podcast. We handing out clowns.
Hand them out.
Hand them out.
Who the lover, who the hate? Who the realest in my circle? Who the one who be the snakes? Who gon' fold up under pressure? Who gon' understand the stakes? Who gon' wait to get they food to try to take from off my plate? Who the love? Who gon' understand I'm hurt? Who gon' love me unconditionally and try to make it work? Who gon' party once I'm gone and shed a tear once I'm in dirt? I ain't asking for too